Welcome to Contacts Plus, the show where we get guests to subject their friends to this BS and whatever the heck is going on. We generally have 3 guests. This week is a little different. We have a large amount of guests here today. They're all from Alien Rescue, so we have an Alien Rescue special here today, and let's just announce the first guest already. It's going to be Jason, a very dapper, dressed up bulldog. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me here, man.
Make sure you hit your friends for bringing you on this show.
Glad to be here, man. Love the studio, by the way. Really cool studio.
Thank you. You're gonna hate the actual interviewing.
Oh, trust me, I've had plenty of bad interviews. So go ahead.
Oh, good. This will be the worst. So, first of all, let's get the elephant out of the room. Is it Alien Rescue? Let's see. Why don't we entertain everyone? What is Alien Rescue?
So Alien Rescue is a live show that we do in Neos every week, usually on Saturdays. It runs about 70 minutes, and our goal is to put you, the audience, in the middle of an immersive, interactive movie. I don't know about you, but like ever since I was a kid, when I saw a movie that I loved, I really had these thoughts about wanting to like be inside the movie and like hang out with the characters and go on adventures and like experience the story from like in that story world. And so I'm a director. I make movies and TV shows and commercials. And I've always been chasing that dream of like, what is there any way that we could really do this for real? So about 5 years ago, I was playing around in VR, and I got some actor friends, and I got some developer friends, and I got some D&D friends, and we all started just kind of throwing stuff together. And Alien Rescue is basically like the result of about 5 years of tinkering around. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know.
So, and like interaction, is it like Twitch interaction? Like people like type things in, and then things get relayed over to Neos, or
it's a little bit of everything. So we bring in an audience, and we have a hero and we have a sidekick, and the hero can kind of say or do whatever they want. They talk to the live actors who role play, as characters. Then we bring in these sidekicks who we keep muted, but they run around in these little iBot avatars, and they kind of fly through the scene, and they blink their lights to kind of say yes or say no. We always like to say that there is no audience in Alien Rescue. Everybody kind of role plays together. So we try to combine like cinematic storytelling, because we have a script that the actors have memorized. We have video game elements, and we're shooting and killing people. We've got live theater happening. We've got 5 live actors. To with so you're invited on the mission. Sorts of agents and all of that.
I think let's go. Okay,
oh no!
My internet
already.
All right. Because we have so many people, we might have to have 1 or 2, probably 1 dropout. Well, internet. I said we had a lot of people here. My internet didn't agree, so we had to remove some people from the background. But we are back. We are good. Forgot what we were talking about already.
Good job, man.
Well done.
Yes, it was.
What were we talking about?
Exactly, you forgot too. The craziness of having technical difficulties with 3 minutes in. I think it was 2 minutes in. All right, yeah, technical difficulties. Way to go. Hopefully, we can be stable for the interviews this time, and we can keep going. However, you're talking about Alien Rescue. How people are. They're like,
Yeah, like the
there's no
yeah.
audience. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no audience. If you come in, if Wolf and like you three come in, we would give you a little backstory and we'd ask you to kind of invent a couple things about your character, like very, very light D&D kind of thing. And then the actors really kind of take over and they lead you on this kind of action sci-fi adventure. We have like 7 massive maps, and we're telling this kind of fiction story, but you guys are adding to it along the way, and you guys make suggestions. We have branching storylines, like a kind of choose your own adventure story. So as you guys start saying stuff and making decisions and kind of influencing the story flexes and bends, and we kind of go from our scripted stuff to an improv stuff and then back to the script again. Yeah, and it's been really fun. We've been lucky enough to be invited to a bunch of big festivals, and we're up for at the VR Awards this year in Rotterdam. We're up for VR Experience of the Year. We've been in Neos now for like 3 or 4 years, running shows every weekend, and fun and trying to bring some good content to the Neos community.
Yeah, like it sounds to me it's just like D&D, but not at the same time. Or what about
awesome.
It's more like wait, I think I know what it could be. It's like, the haunted houses with actors. It's just like a haunted house, but in VR, and you're being recorded.
Well, the difference is that we have a really structured screenplay written by a great screenwriter that really, it's not as much improvisation as you might think. There's like a real hardcore story that's on rails, and like you get like a conflict and rising action and a climax and like that feeling of satisfaction when you watch a fiction story. All of that is there, but we also have all this kind of improv and role play kind of around. So it's pretty trippy, man. You guys should come check it out.
I should check it out. I could see someone that has experience in broadcast instead of 5 people that just decided that we're going to a talk show with no real experience.
Oh, I love it. And by the way, when we run Alien Rescue, we use that exact same switcher and we live stream out our show to Twitch. And we do actually have some Twitch commands that Twitch audiences can type in chat, and it triggers mostly sound effects right now, booms and monster screams and stuff like that. But hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get even more intense so that you can type in a chat command and spawn out a monster or make somebody's gun like malfunction or something die. We had a show today with 3 heroes who didn't know each other. They all came through together and they were the main people. And then we had a couple sidekicks, and we don't like anything can happen in this show. We never do the same show twice. It's always different. And today it was like a gunfight and everybody was shooting each other from like day one. And we ended up with like basically most people just died at the end, and there was like 1 or 2 people who survived. It was really weird. Like everybody was on the same team, and then somebody decided, almost like kind of Among Us style or whatever, somebody decided at the very last minute that they wanted to like break bad, and they just started
offing everybody.
It was really funny. And I'm just glad that like the people who buy tickets don't get mad when we kill them in the middle of the show, because I'm always worried that like you gave us some money and then we killed you. I'm sorry, but I don't really have any control over what happens. It's kind of like we start the engine up and then it just it kind of reminds me of this show actually.
Let's see what happens.
You just turn it on and see what the fuck happens, right? I mean, which is I think which is fun. People like the unpredictable. People like unexpected. Who wants to do the same shit all the time?
Even if it goes bad, people like it. Because when it goes bad, they go, "Oh wow, this is a train wreck. I can't look away." If it goes good, then you did right. like,
true. It's very, very true. It's very, very true. When it goes bad, and you kind of have a badge of honor, like, oh yeah, I was on that thing when it went to shit. Like,
oh yeah, totally. Like
Right?
we've
I
had
mean-
a couple things that are just awkward. Just like no response. Like look at the camera. Like next question.
Let me tell you, we had so the first time that we ran shows for Alien Rescue was back in 2020. We had been rehearsing for a year, and we got invited to the Venice International Film Festival, which is you guys probably don't know what film festivals are all about, but this thing is the best one in the world. And we were just us, just like you guys, like just messing around. And they're like, "Oh, Neos, that's interesting. Why don't you come and be at this massive festival?" Okay, so we go there and we're doing our show, and a bunch of journalists are coming through, and we're gonna get like reviewed, like in the paper, like for real. And this journalist comes through, and about halfway through the show, she starts acting kind of weird, and her voice is kind of changing. She's breathing a little bit heavier. This is 2020. She's on a Quest 1 tethered for Neos. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I think she's starting to get a little bit nauseous because Alien Rescue is really fast. We're running, we're shooting, there's shit happening everywhere, and it's long. 2020, man, not everybody was in VR for like an hour and a half. So this
Yeah.
one it's coming through, and there's a part in the story where there's like a door and a button, and you can open the door, but it's like a one push button. Like you hit it once, the door opens, and then it's gonna close again. And you could tell she's starting to feel bad, and she's starting to slam this button. Like she's not even talking to anybody anymore. She's just slamming the button, and finally she gets through, and like we end the show, and the second the show was over, like 1 nanosecond the show was over, she went offline, and I was like, oh, this is bad. And so I immediately email her, and I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I'm sorry, I just got very, very sick and I vomited. I'm like, great. So A, our show makes you bark, and B, that was our first recorder. So yay. So,
Perfect.
Yay! Oh, so it seems
Yeah.
like every
I did
show
not-
has something that
Yeah.
they have. Well, was it our first episode?
I mean, it's VR.
Yeah, well, our first episode, we had a guy with narcolepsy that had an attack on set.
Oh no,
Poor guy.
was it
Yeah.
Sharkmare?
It wasn't Sharkmare. It was
broadcast.
it was our test run, so it technically was our pre-show, but yeah, he just went. We were goofing off, then just boom, on the
I mean,
ground.
honestly, I'm about to dump too. I mean, I'm hot and tired too. But that's the beauty of like live TV. Right? It's like anything happen, and you just embrace it. Who cares?
Just roll with it as long as they get up. If they get up and they're alive, you're like, oh, good. I don't have to call an ambulance. So
I don't know how you call an ambulance for some people here. You just sit there and you're like, oh,
We're in VR, actually. Yeah.
it's like, you gonna make it? Hello.
yeah, just tap them. Hello, how are you?
That's when you pick up you make them grabbable. You pick them up and you put them in the back of the set, and you hope that they eventually wake up.
They wake
There you
up.
go.
No.
Put this over here now.
Yeah.
Hope you do better. Have a nice day. You can go over there.
So you guys have been doing it for what'd you say, 2-3 years? What was it?
Yeah, I came into Neos in 2018, and I hooked up with a bunch of the Neos devs, and we started planning on the build, basically, the map build and the avatar build. And the first year, 2018, we got like a lot of work done. Started 2019. Started bringing actors in because we had sets that they could work in. 2019 was basically rehearsing and finishing up the build. And then 2020, we kept building and kept rehearsing. And then in 2021, we kept building and we kept rehearsing, and we launched in fall of 2021. Yeah, it took a while. It took a while. I mean, I don't have much of a budget, and this was a pretty ambitious project, and I wanted to pay everybody, but I also couldn't ask them to like devote their entire life to it. So we just kind of chipped away at it on weekends and you know, a day here and a day there. And our philosophy was like, we're not in a race. We're just trying to do something really good. So we'll just kind of piece it together and piece it together. And it worked out really well because as soon as one like map got built, then I could bring in the actors and we could start blocking and rehearsing and practicing. And then by the time we got good at that sequence of scenes that we were doing on that map, the next map was usually ready. So then we just kind of moved to there. So it actually was a really nice flow. And for, you know, a creator working in Neos, you know, as you guys know, the real-time collaboration just makes it really, really fun. Like we're just, you know, we're in the space together. Everybody's doing logics and texture lighting, and you know, we're just feeding off each other and sharing ideas. So it just makes the whole process really, I don't know, organic and collaborative and fun and cool.
Yeah, you're not just kind of hold down in like a room typing away with music going. You're talking, you're making input here, you're doing that. And you can probably have like a project manager that can look over someone's shoulder and be like, oh yeah, do this, do that, and keeping people focused. I mean, that Neos is a great workplace where you can get everyone together.
Yeah, totally. I couldn't go back to a different workflow after coming into Neos. I mean, the idea of like, you know, seeing some build of a project and making some like list of notes and then waiting a week to see the next interpretation of your notes when you could just do all of that in 10 minutes. Like, forget it, you know? It's just way more efficient, way more creative to work collaboratively in real time in game.
Oh yeah, totally. This is working with everyone on the set here. It's just been easy.
Totally.
It's been great. Having everyone have their own little jobs. We have Mugman being Mugman. That's his job.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mugman.
Oh, hi, how's it going?
It's all
That mug.
he likes to soak in my coffee.
That's not a good term for it. It's not a good term for it. I don't like that.
We have a steeping Mugman. Anyhow, before this goes too off the rails, we are going to have to go on a quick break. So thank you for coming, and we're going to have one of your actors probably coming up next.
Absolutely, sounds good.
And we'll get more information about how you treat your actors.
Oh boy.
We'll have them tell us your deepest, darkest secrets.
No.
In front of your face. Anyway, we will be right back. Welcome back to Contacts Plus. We're already breaking out into laughter. We just interviewed Jason, and now we have one of the actors. We got Ken.
We got Ken.
We got Ken. Hello. Welcome. Now you can badmouth Jason all you want. He won't hear you.
Oh, we've got some words. Yeah. No, I'm kidding, man. I love this guy. All right. Sit down here. Get comfy. All right. There we go.
All right.
All right.
So you're. I don't even need to.
Please.
I don't even need to ask what you do because you're an actor. So let's just move on to the next thing. How long you've been working with Jason here on Alien Rescue?
Well, on Alien Rescue since the inception, pretty much. I mean, I was originally slated to be cello, which I'm so lucky I ended up as the big blue guy here instead. Really thrilled about that. But we've been together since the heist back in the High Fidelity days. Jason was looking for an extra. He just wanted somebody to come and walk by in the background. And it was a paying gig, and I used to be an actor. I figured, yeah, sure, easy money. I did the extra thing exactly twice, I think.
Yep.
And then he just started putting me in various roles. I played every male character in that damn thing at some point or another. Yeah, he was just using me for practice, basically, or to fill in, or I don't know what we were doing necessarily, but we had a hell of a lot of fun with it. And then when High Fidelity went under, we didn't necessarily have that playground anymore, and Jason went around shopping for other metaverses and found Neos and approached me to play Baxter. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. I get to be a blue kangaroo space mercenary. How can this be a bad thing? And I get to be a jerk, which I'm naturally just good at.
Just good at being a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, being a jerk is the best, isn't it?
It can be fun, yeah.
If you can be a jerk without causing people to hate you.
Hey, if you can be a jerk and get paid for it, you're onto something.
There's a whole restaurant chain for that. Oh, crap, food. But anyway, there's a whole restaurant chain for that.
Shame on you.
There you go.
Where waiters and waitresses are just rude to you, and they get paid for it, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
Are you rude to the people that come into Alien Rescue, like the people that pay
to
be
only
on?
To a point. I mean, I play the character. The character is really brusque, I think is the word. Yeah, I'm abrasive. I'm there for the money. I'm not interested in anybody or any of their personal BS. I'm all about the credits. And yeah, I'll turn everybody against everybody else if it suits me.
Yeah, that's the proper
the
mercenary way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I try to be nice to the people, the actual people who come in and stuff, but to a point. I mean, again, I got to play the character, but yeah, I try to pull them in to the dark side, basically. Convince them to do wonderfully terrible things with me.
I mean, if you could be manipulative and make more money.
He is a fan favorite, though. Like, even though his character is a little bit of a tool, a little bit of a ne'er-do-well. Everybody seems to fall in love with this Baxter character, man. I don't know
Say what you really mean. No, I'm kidding.
It's like the Han Solo. No, everyone. Han Solo's a dick.
Yeah, but you kind of like him.
You like Han Solo, but he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's an over arrogant assoul.
Arguably,
pretty much.
You broke up there.
Not again.
Internet.
Curse you, interwebs!
Elon Mosquito, please.
I am getting fiber eventually.
Damn it.
I have 6 frames. I don't know what you guys are complaining about.
It should be fixing. It should be catching back up.
I got 6
I'm doing about
frames.
25. I'm doing all right.
You guys are wimps, man. Come
6
on.
frames. Oh, yeah.
How many do you need?
I need at least 2.
Please.
Two frames and I. 2 frames and I. You're fine.
Sounds good to me.
That sounded much better, by the way.
Yeah, everything is fixing. Maybe we can just keep the difficulties card, just on hand.
Just leave it at the ready.
Just right here. We're just gonna keep it
Put it
right
on the
here on the
couch.
desk, just in case.
Oh, there you go.
This
That
is
works, yeah.
apparently we must have an alien in my fiber.
It happens.
Oh yeah, we need to be rescued from that. Anyhow.
Oh my days, really?
Really? Wait, you said you have a writer?
That was all me. That wasn't even the writer. That's
Okay. All right, good.
don't
Well,
don't blame the writer. Blame me for being terrible.
Lean into the experience ones. I think your friend over here has got something for you.
Look behind you.
But
Oh, lovely. Yep. Yep.
No, no, yeah.
What is that,
at
a
least
rate?
I don't
Okay,
have this.
Oh goodness gracious, that is terrifying.
Oh,
That is our
Oh,
writer's
God.
internet.
Oh shit! You what are you on dial-up? Broken dial-up?
It was pigeon, I would think.
Yeah.
At least-
just a couple of tin
I'm
cans.
I'm on quoted fiber, but it's old lines that broke
Oh,
years
okay.
ago.
So anyhow, as we are getting distracted with our difficulties, so acting. When did you get into acting? Let's see. Let's go into that. Like acting, like you have like
Goodness, I've
experience
been acting
in.
since I was 7 years old, and I just turned 47 yesterday. It's about 40 years of experience.
Whoa,
that's pretty-
It's not like it's
That's pretty good.
constant
Oh,
or
God, you're
anything.
older than me. Oh no.
I'm older than a lot of people.
Oh no. I thought
Where
I
does
was
the time
old.
go?
We're still gonna call you Gramps, though.
That's right. You just deal with it. Up there you go.
So
That's one way to do it.
don't call me Gramps.
Oh.
I'm 33. I'm not that old.
I'm
Soon.
not dead yet. I don't want to go on the
Soon.
cart.
Soon.
Before you
I'm
turn
not in my
50.
20s though, and that's when you really feel it. Like once you break out of your 20s, you start feeling how you're starting to get old. Like in your
It's
20s,
all
you're like, oh
downhill
man,
from
at
there, and it
least
goes
I'm
faster
still
and faster.
at least I'm still in my 20s, and then
At least
30.
I'm not 30.
then you hit 30, and you're like, oh, my back hurts, my neck hurts, I can't wake up in the morning. Geez, I don't want to do this right now.
I'll wake up anyway.
Well,
I
dumping
don't feel
sucks
so
in
good,
general.
Mr. Stark.
Then you have like A, B, and have a hangover for some reason because your body's like dying, and you're just. Ugh. I remember when I used to be able to drink. I can drink still, but I just have to plan ahead for tomorrow.
It gets worse, Wolf. It gets worse.
It does, I know, it's the problem. I'm 33 going on 66.
You're
So,
in there, yeah.
yeah, I've destroyed my body in my line of work. So, anyhow, at least, I don't know, acting might destroy your body a little bit too. A little bit. Or at least your brain.
It's certainly been interesting in VR. You know, well, I'm a lot of people consider what I do voice acting, but there's a whole hell of a lot more to it. I mean,
It's
gesticulate wildly. I've got facial expressions. We physically climbing ladders and crap. You know, here in VR.
It's
there's a whole lot
performance
more to it.
performance capture. That's would be, I guess that would be the best way to describe it, is performance capture. Like how they do in a lot of the other like, game production where they have like all the fly tracking and then the
rigs and
scenes,
everything,
mocap
yeah.
rig, except you can actually see what you're doing and not using props, which is,
Yep.
I think this might be the future of acting is VR. Instead of doing
Well,
your
the liveness of
we've
it,
got
too,
the face
the
tracking and
liveness
the
of
eye
it,
tracking
you
and
know?
stuff.
Yeah.
I like being able to glare at
Yeah.
people. You know,
Oh,
really
yeah.
get that squint in.
just get I wish I had actual full facial tracking. I would make so many faces that mattering.
I wish I had arms.
You do sometimes.
I have one.
This one's there we go. Just the one.
You have one
Just the
arm.
one.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you're in
couldn't get that one
VR,
finger
but
up, no.
rarely.
I'm just a
Rarely.
uniplegic cyclops. I don't know what we want here, you know? I'll just be here. Oh,
I can't reach. I can't. Okay,
There you go.
you can't
Don't
see
drink your
anymore.
friends.
well, shoot.
You can drink your friends. Okay.
Okay, well, they're your
I
friends.
To each his own. To each his own.
And today we were placed Wolf's usual Folgers crystals with sorry, what's your name? I can't read it.
Maturin.
It's so tiny. Maturin. Pleasure to
Maturin.
meet you, Maturin.
Who drinks Folgers?
I have no idea, old people.
That is.
Old people.
I've
Old
had
people.
Folgers before, and I don't understand why people would drink mud. Like, it's like taking bog water and just. Oh, that's another thing. Coffee.
Oh.
Actors and coffee. Like, yeah, tally us for coffee. But anyhow, this does go on acting too, because you kind of need energy for acting.
Most definitely, yeah. I gotta have a couple cups with me before a show.
Before I do anything live or improv, I have to have caffeine. Like, it's just need caffeine. I don't have too much caffeine.
Bounce, 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 bounce. I'm fine. It's not a problem.
A gram to a gram and a half of caffeine is not too much caffeine.
Wrong.
You're injecting it, are you?
No, I'm getting Death Wish and espresso. But today,
no, sorry.
I did the dumb thing with my reverse cowboy coffee.
Oh boy.
I love the name.
That's
oh,
gonna
Lord.
scald.
So what you do with a reverse cowboy coffee is you get your bag of whole bean and you open it. You grab a handful of beans and shove it in your mouth. Then you chew until you think you can't swallow it, then drink water. You've now made coffee in your stomach.
The funny thing, I used to work at a candy store, and the first thing I would do when I came into my shift is I'd grab a handful of those chocolate-covered espresso beans and melt them down. So really, in reality,
Same
I'm
thing.
not far off from that.
Yeah, except I just get rid of the chocolate.
Yeah,
Right. Not
And have
to
a lot more
self-sabotage
beans.
Calories there,
candy
yeah.
from a candy store again. Okay.
Yeah, I've got my hands in all of it.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
It's when I lick them and put them back, people worry. I just wanted to try it.
You try before you buy. I mean, come on. Man, that's why in candy stores they have the things you open up and then you can go and get the candy
Put your
out.
hand
You
in
just-
there.
yeah, you get your hand and put it in your mouth and go,
Hand,
oh, I don't like
whatever.
that candy,
Yeah,
and put it back in,
Tentacle, doesn't matter. Just
I always take my squid shopping.
Oh no, don't just that comment. I always stick my squid shop in. Take that out of context, please. Somebody now quote that.
Clip.
Clip. Put it. No context. Neo's quotes right there.
Yeah, right.
I always put my squid shop in. That is it right there. That we've reached
Always
peak.
take my squid shopping. Yep.
Yeah, I always take my squid shopping.
These are the jokes, folks, but I'm king.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Oh boy, I don't know why we're so off the rails already.
Wait, and the last episode was any better?
No, this is Neo's.
Fair enough. Here we go.
This is Neo's. You have a topic for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Then
That's a little
gone.
You're really
25
holding out.
seconds.
Yeah, all right, you're working it there. Yeah, 25
So,
seconds sounds about right.
your shows, does things go completely off topic, off script, off crazy, just like this, or are you more regimen?
It so regularly goes off the rails, and we just run with it. It's a thrill ride for us when things get strange. I mean, it keeps it interesting for us. We love it when people make it weird. People regularly do. I mean, it's like you said earlier, it's never the same show twice. And the stranger it gets, the more. Even the technical difficulties we've learned to embrace and work around and love to an extent at least. We invented this entire second skin thing because of the tech issues we used to have, which you don't see quite as much anymore. But still, the term stuck around. It's like, oh, he's having trouble with his second skin. His second skin's destabilizing. He's, this, that, or the other. We're just always blaming the second skin for whatever. But yeah, we enjoy the hell out of it when it goes off the rails. It keeps us on our toes. It gives us fresh content to work with. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. We don't want to do the same story over and over and over again.
Yeah, that would get boring.
Yeah.
That would just.
We know roughly where we're all supposed to end up in the end, and we do our best to get there with whatever anybody throws at us.
No,
it's
like
Live production.
like
in a
writing
nutshell.
for it. Yeah, like writing for it. I'm guessing like there's a script that you're supposed to follow.
Yeah.
And then people just it. And you're like, back
It's
to
the
rails
fun
this
part
way.
about my job is, he handed us the script, and we were practicing and rehearsed. It's whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we frequently do. We'll, run with any given situation. And the nice thing is that the cast and I have been working together so long that we just trust each other completely. well, we've got each other's backs. We'll fill in whatever gaps. We're consummate professionals when it comes to just being bullshit artists, basically. Whatever it takes to get there. That's what we do.
You have anybody that specifically tried to ruin the show? Like anyone that's come on and like just tried to
Not
derail
really.
it at every
Not
point?
ruin. We did kill off one hero intentionally once. And this person came in and they were obviously just a gamer. I'm not going to mention names. Great name, by the way, but we're not going to say who they were. They came in and you could tell they were just a gamer. They were exploring every nook and cranny. They were messing around with just anything that they could get their hands on and touching stuff, which is great. But they were, completely oblivious to the story that was going on. We were actually chasing him around, acting around him, as he's running around exploring the map and stuff. He gave zero craps about, the actual, story. The plot and what was going on and everything. He just wanted to explore the map and have a good time. But yeah, we got into this one particular spot in the script where we're fighting against this giant alien, and Jason comes over the mic in our ear and just like, kill him. So we wasted it. Kill him. Game over, man. Yeah.
You dishonored my
I've never
family.
been so happy to murder somebody either. It was great. I was so done.
Like, yes, I guess the guy playing Skyrim in our things and kill him. The map of where the
put a
gamers
bucket on
go.
my
They
head
just
or
go
something.
corner. Oh, loot. Okay, anyway, loot.
Amazingly enough, I don't think he found any of the duckies either with all that exploring.
They generally have
Maybe
some
we didn't have the
Easter
ducks
egg
back
to the
then.
map.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? No.
Oh,
Okay, that would
it's funny
explain
because we always rehearse and train and get ready for somebody who's going to come in and troll because we don't want to get trolled.
It's the internet.
Yeah, but you know what? It's crazy. I gotta say, people seem to really dig it.
And again, we do have to go on break in a second. We are hitting our limit here.
Oh yeah, we're down frames again. That's
caught up.
Patters. I also
Yeah, so
invited
sorry,
him
you're
in. Wolf,
completely
I'm sorry.
breaking up there.
But
Yeah, I just put out the word and everybody showed up.
yeah,
Woo-woo. Hey, Patters.
Yep. Just make it a little larger now.
He just sides it back and forth really fast. Difficulties.
In front of matter.
I will.
Awesome. I love it. Great
And of
directing,
course-
man. Great directing.
That's
Good
beautiful.
directing on the show. Yeah.
okay. We do have to end though. Is it stabilized? It is stabilized. We do have
it
to
is
end this
stabilized,
session.
Okay.
We
I
do.
guess I'll take off because I think it's right around my time.
Oh, yeah,
It
it's your turn
is.
to go.
So yeah, Jason's going to have to go. So now the actors or whoever else is here, because I know they can
I'll be
really
watching.
rip
I'll
into.
be
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
I'll be watching this fucking Twitch, dude. So watch yourself.
Yeah. Whatever, pal. You just
You can't retaliate until tomorrow.
Down, boy. Down.
So yes, we will be
We have another
right.
payout coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we will be right back
Thanks, Wolf.
in
Bye,
a
guys.
moment. Yes.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Welcome back to Contacts Plus. Now Jason had to leave, so their boss is now watching them on cameras with the rest of you. Well, they can say as much as they want. He's not actually watching. You guys can say whatever.
We will.
Yeah, you better. It makes better content. So next up, we are going to have or Enverex, who described himself on the set as a human flex tape. So come on, human flex tape.
Yay.
Hello.
You don't look, sticky enough to be flex tape.
The right color,
you
though.
don't know. You haven't touched me yet, so you can't tell.
It grows on you. It's fungus.
Don't
Now we're
touch
stuck
him.
together forever.
Oh man, my leaks have stopped.
Indeed. Hello.
So welcome to the show. You have now seen a couple interviews, and now hopefully you know what's going to happen. What do you even do? What is human flex tape? What does human flex tape do on Alien Rescue?
Never gonna call you by name now.
It's gonna stick forever, literally.
Love it.
You're gonna seal those vacuum leaks in the hull.
Indeed.
Stick you on there.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I mean, originally I was brought on to sort the hosting out for Alien Rescue rather than being anything more than that. So I'm the person that handled the servers so that Jason could actually run a session with, a dozen, 24 people in there without the whole thing falling apart, as I'm sure you're very familiar with at this point, as I've noticed today.
Yeah, things fall apart quickly, especially when they get a bunch of guests here at once.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of those things in it. It seems fine until it's not, and then suddenly everything falls apart very rapidly. It's like, oh no,
oh no, it doesn't. It's not fixing itself.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, that's what I was brought on to sort out, was basically so that you can have the actors in there, you can have all the people in and the guests, and it runs smoothly rather than any continual issues. So it's going out, finding hosting in places, actually dealing with those companies rather than just throwing money at them and hoping stuff works, and getting everything set up and maintained. So I had to do that aspect of things. But over time, it became a case of, like, Jason would have technical questions about various things, not necessarily Neos related. It could be server related or just completely unrelated to that entirely. And he'd come to me with those questions because he knew I was technical. And I'd just jump in and basically help however I could. And then that evolved, and it became a case of, if something's not working right in Alien Rescue, then just taking the world apart piece by piece until I can figure out what exactly is breaking some part of the thing, or when the actors will be like, I was going through this section, but then that didn't work properly, or we do this and that doesn't work, and I don't know why it's not working. So kind of just like taking a car engine apart until you figure out which part of it's making a weird noise.
I mean, eventually you'll find it. Eventually,
It's been a much smoother experience since you came on board. Slowly but surely, everything's getting ironed out over there.
keep
Exactly.
replacing
Great job.
parts. Shotgun fixes until it's fixed.
Yeah.
Just load the fixing shotgun.
Okay,
Eventually.
problem, Mike, it doesn't turn on anymore.
Shoot it.
Sure, there you go. Love it.
I mean,
Fix it with bullets, yes!
that is the American way to fix
Keep
things.
calm and calling her Rex.
So yeah, just random nonsense coming up with things. Like, one of the latest inventions was we had issues with people not being able to join properly, so I made these little credit card things people could use to directly connect into the server to get around all these connection things when that wasn't working. It's just coming up with this stuff on the fly to be able to so that people can get into events. Of course, if you've had people pay to get into something, you can't just say, it's not working, can we do it later? It's like, no, I need to fix this now. These guys need to be able to get in and do stuff. They've got these people queuing, and it could be someone important, like, as Jason said before, you had like reporters and investigators and stuff for various things. And we had, I'm surprised Jason didn't mention it, we had Hideo Kojima here go
The Venice Film
through.
Festival, yeah.
Yeah,
he came through as an iBot.
Yep,
What?
Hideo Kojima with Kojima
Yeah.
Productions
That's
actually came through
Metal
Alien
Gear Solid,
Rescue.
all that, yeah.
That's like that.
What the
That's like having. That's like starstruck. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
And it's great. It's great to know because Hideo Kojima speaks no English whatsoever. No, not a word of English.
Yeah, I have no idea what he thought of the thing.
Yeah. So
Not a clue.
luckily, people at Kojima Labs do. So basically, it was like him and a bunch of people from Kojima Labs all behind one person essentially. So we'd speak to him, they'd translate it to him, he'd speak, they translate it back again, and yeah, he went through the whole process. And yeah, that was got to be one of the big moments because like he's a massive name in the industry. He's not like just a random guy. But we've also had
I'm surprised he didn't have a like automatic translator in Neos because I think those exist. Like you speak and it does voice recognition and automatically translates.
they're so, and if you know the guy, he's very much a perfectionist, and I don't think he'd settle
for a somewhat too many glitches with the automatic. He has to have an entourage of
perfect.
translators behind him. It's like
Heaven
a conga
forbid.
line.
Branded.
Heaven
He's not going to accept
forbid.
it.
Conga line of translators.
Exactly.
It's just, what is this, James Jonah Jameson over here firing the next translator? Nope, that didn't work. Next.
More like translate from language to language to language to language and just goes through like telephone and goes and then it goes back across.
It's like Google
Nonsense at the
Translate.
end, yeah. Love.
Anyhow, you were saying as a off topic, slightly rambling.
But no, it's like we've had other people as well that some people are going to recognize, and I know them as kind of a childhood idol of mine because they made one of the biggest games I played in my childhood. Was it Eric Chahi? Now, you might not know him by name, but he's the
No.
guy that made Another World, which I believe was called Out of This
nice.
World in the US.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah.
And
great games back in the day.
anyone's, yeah, exactly. If anyone's older than 30, they probably would have played this as a kid. And it's been re-released on Steam. And it was a very big game at the time. And he made a game that I think came quite high at Rain Dance Festival as well, in various categories. Which you probably notice if you went on Steam and saw it, it'd be like, oh, that game. So he's still making stuff now. But again, he was like, so why do I recognize this name? Because Jason mentioned it. He assumed Jason didn't make the connection at the time. I was like, why do I know this name? And I looked at him, I was like, this guy, I know this guy. Oh my God. So this was like almost like Kojima level interest from me. And of course, it's more focused given the fact it's an old game. But yeah, these people are sort of very big in the industry at various points in time coming through here. And it's like, this is an actual real thing now. It's not just a hobby project with a bunch of people. It's got big interest from big names in it. As Jason said, you've got Rain Dance Festival. We've had Venice Film Festival, and there's been other ones as well, haven't
Just
there?
did 5 hours here last week, yeah.
Yeah, it must be
exactly.
like when you get to that point where you're not just fucking around, you're just like actually making something. It's like you've made it kind of feeling, but then you go, oh no, we've made it. We actually
Which
have
is
to
still
try
weird to me
harder.
to be doing things like this, doing interviews and, getting press and publicity the way we do.
Yeah.
Winning some awards has been nice too,
Winning awards
getting
is
recognition. It's,
good. Like
it's
these
strange.
interviews are probably just terrible.
No, this is fun. I'm having a good time.
It's a cool
Some,
one, yeah. This is
cut
the
back a
casual
bit,
side
you
of
know.
things.
When you get
Yeah.
when you get interviewed by a crux and you've made it, but you've dropped.
Calling this an interview. I don't know if you call this an interview.
Milo.
Oh, thank you. No, I know I'm so good at it.
From the meta movie.
But
A follow from the meta movie.
yay!
So that congratulations thing with Obama giving a medal to himself. I was like, hey.
Well, thanks for the follow. Now that we don't have follow notifications in world, but since our producer has just said that we've got to follow, yay! We got to follow. Thanks for the follow. Woo!
Welcome to the party. Stay as long as you
Yay.
want, but help.
We do not have donuts in the green room still.
I'm working on the bowl of green
am I
M&Ms
even
or
here?
Skittles.
No donuts. Why
I just
even
licked the
bother?
wallpaper when
Why?
I was back there.
No, yeah, just tell me
The
wallpaper.
Willy Wonka approach.
Yeah, I mean it works. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Just
So
don't steal fizzy lifting drinks. Don't.
Oh, damn it, he's on to me.
you wonder why he's blue.
Empty my pockets. I have to run to the place for a good half hour. I got all on an ashtray.
Just gonna keep expanding until he turns into an actual sphere and then just roll off the stage.
He's gonna knock the cameras over. He's gonna float into our
already
raptors.
blue.
We'll have to adjust our camera angles so we can get him as he's sitting there in the vents.
Oh wait,
No.
I see the Oompa Loompas. They're coming in from the side. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Oh,
you
it's
get
gonna
a
sing again. Damn it, I
song.
hate this part.
Your special song.
Like, I would
reasons,
actually,
There's no song.
No.
yeah, like I would
Just do a
do
little
stuff in
dance
Willy
and shovel
Wonka's
away.
factory just to get the song. I just
Oh, sure,
want
sure.
little midgets to sing me songs.
He spent all day breaking crap just to hear a new tune.
It's like the logic. I only kidnap children to have small midgets sing me songs. It's perfectly acceptable.
That's what the van is for.
The candy band and the band really did have candy. But this.
But he also had midgets that sing me songs. This is a great deal.
Okay, we've got actors, we got tech direction, we got stuff like that. We can actually talk about films that may not be Alien Rescue. Let's talk about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a little bit.
Works for me. I'm a huge Gene Wilder fan.
Exactly. The best Willy Wonka was
yeah.
Gene Wilder.
Most definitely.
Like,
Johnny Depp one was more
Should we
him trying to be a
play
weird
Callie?
version of Michael Jackson. I didn't get it.
yeah, like
Michael Jackson and the Creepy Kid Factory.
Seriously.
Oh no.
so like Gene Wilder.
Oh, the Oompa
I
Loompa
think
in that one sucked too, by the way.
like,
Just
anything
the
that
one
Gene
for one
Wilder
thing.
had his hands in, I think was a great movie. Like everything Gene Wilder put his hands in, like
Yeah.
he was a perfect. Like everything he did, I think. Like the
Young
big movies, the
Frankenstein is
little
my
movies,
all-time
like
favorite movie.
everything.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
Blazing
yeah.
Saddles is fantastic. I just watched one the other day that was Gene Wilder and Harrison Ford way back in the day. It was a Western comedy. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's absolutely wonderfully silly.
Was
Gene Wilder and Han Solo teamed up on horseback, you know.
yeah, there was yeah, but I think what was it called? The Silver Bullet or something like that was another one from Gene Wilder. It was like them on a
Silver
train.
Streak was
Silver
him
Streak,
and
that's what it
Richard
was, Silver
Pryor. It was him and
Streak.
Richard Pryor's first movie together. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
movie.
Richard wasn't in it all that much, but yeah, those two are my Abbott and Costello. They're my favorite comedy duo.
I mean, yeah, like that movie. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew it was a Gene Wilder film, and I just saw it on
Yeah.
Netflix one day, and I was like, I haven't seen this. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was
It's so good. Yeah.
It's so good. If no one's seen Silver Streak, definitely go watch it. It's great. Like it. I know we probably cater to a younger audience. They probably haven't even seen too many Gene Wilder stuff because it's like he was more prominent in like the 80s and stuff like that for like
Late 80s,
movies.
Yeah, I guess.
So like kids that were born before the towers fell or like after the towers fell, they don't. This is such history. It's an old movie. They want to watch the fancy and the effects
Oh,
and
sure.
Just
Yeah,
listen to
but
the
no,
old
the-
people talk about old movies that we've never
old
seen before.
movies.
Old movies.
A good movie is a good movie even if it doesn't have
Silent
effects.
Stewie.
True.
If you
Yes.
lean in on the effects and lean in on the technical side of a movie and the effects and the post processing just to make a good movie, it's not a good movie.
No, that's a crutch.
Yeah.
Endgame was fantastic.
I'm going to put out a controversial opinion.
Do we need a
And
disclaimer for
cancelled.
this?
Controversial opinion. I do not like the Avengers movies.
Fair.
I agree. I agree.
Honestly,
Marvel
fair, actually.
movies have been beaten with a dead horse to the point I do not want to talk about them, hear about them, watch them, and anything. They have gone beyond where they need to go.
Do you have the same issue I have? The more superheroes you put in a film, the less interesting it is. It just becomes a mess of just
Yeah.
stuff.
It
And it's like,
becomes-
just focus on things.
The movies, you have the superheroes, and there's nothing that goes into it that isn't like you can predict a movie. Like the writing is always predictable, especially when you go deal with heroes and comic book ones and just things like that. You can generally predict the writing. And a movie, you should not be able to predict the writing. You should be enjoying the experience and not predicting the next move. Like, I think that's what would make Alien Rescues good, because you got people, unexpected things come on. That makes people want to watch it. That makes people want to see what's coming next. It leaves people on cliffhangers. It keeps people wanting to view it and see it again and again and again, is when you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody come through today. I think it was his fourth time through, wasn't it, Adam? I think he'd been through 3 or 4 times now.
3 or 4 times, yeah.
And yeah, he seems to enjoy the fact that it's a different show every time he comes through. You know?
Yeah,
He knows if he does different things, it's not like a game where it's going to strictly do this, and then next time it'll do this specifically. Like, he can do things differently, and he knows that the people there, because they're real actors and are going to react differently to what's happening. It's going to be an organic experience.
Yeah, it like molds the experience, and it just moves and flows kind of like an amoeba instead of like a train. You're just not on tracks. You flow. You're a river of some sort. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you flow.
So wait,
You're
I've got
a amoeba, not a train.
That's right.
You're not a train.
I was wondering though, because like we kind of talked about like somebody who was just trolling, was being like just a gamer in general. But is there ever like been a time where somebody went through? Oh shoot! I almost forgot my question here. And
This is why you're not the host.
I will speak English.
I'm gonna forget again.
Shut up. There's ever been a time where somebody kind of went like so off script that it was a completely different idea than what even your script was?
Not that I can think of. No, I mean, well, again, we spent a good 1.5, 2 years just preparing, and in that preparation, we tried to imagine any potential, craziness. So we're really just ready to roll with whatever the hell happens. But no, I've never had anybody come through and really, really derail things so badly that it really put us off our game or anything. I guess the biggest troll is technical issues. When those things occur, there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
We know all about them.
Yeah.
So, not to cut this short, we do have more guests to get through. We are already an hour and 18 minutes into the stream of a 2-hour stream. We're probably going over. Sorry, Glitch, about editing. This is going to suck. So we do have another guest to get through. We will be right.
It won't take long. Do you know how much of this I'm going to cut because it was just error?
You're losing a good 45 minutes already.
This show is probably like maybe a half hour already.
Oh, Lord.
We are going to go on break. When we come back, we might still have a writer.
At Applebee's for
Sack him.
No shenanigans, please. There may be children watching.
Shenanigans! Okay.
I've got my broom ready. Damn
Hey,
it.
Father, say shenanigans.
Okay. We will be. We will be right back. So. Yes, we'll be right back with another one from Alien Rescue. Yay! Right back.
Hey.
Welcome back to Contacts Plus. Now we've talked to Flex Tape, we talked to an actor, so why don't we go ahead and talk to a guest actor? Mara, come over here. Let's go. Giant
Hello.
Tails. Let's go. Hello,
Yeah,
guest
Tails.
actor. Let's go.
Hello. Nice to be here.
So, you're a guest actor. Let's just get the elephant out of this room. What is a guest actor?
Well, to put it simply, sorry about that. To put it simply, I incarnate some of the creatures and enemies in the show, the meta movie project Alien Rescue. It didn't used to be, you know, robots.
Quickly, Flex Tape, fix this. We must patch my leaking tubes.
So
The rest of the interview is going to be scat.
While you're patching that, put me back in the cup.
This is specifically why you use a headless server and don't host it yourself, just
No
for
doubt.
reference.
We're supposed to have that. Your headless breaks half the
$20 a
time
month, you
too.
got this. Yeah.
Wait, we don't need to right now. I'm supposed to get fiber soon, and then I'll have my own headless right down there. But okay,
Not now.
Soon, trademarks coming to you soon-ish. Kind of soon.
you need to get up.
And
Like,
I thought this was
that
a
is where it
professional
snaps.
outfit.
So anyhow,
I mean, you have it as a professional. Look at me.
Subscribers.
Mine's just a hoodie and pants.
What's going on?
I have 3 or 4 servers I could have used for this, including the meta movie one.
You hear that, Enver? Jason's over here on the chat.
Yeah,
That's
can we
me.
get a
can
host?
them.
Hey, Enver, can you give us a headless?
Right, Greg?
Enver,
Busy.
can you just give us a headless? You need a host. We need a host. I want to give us a headless.
We're going to
I mean, it's easy enough to do.
Just piggyback.
Yay! You also,
Hey.
we're stealing you. We're stealing you from Jason.
Oh, no. We need this
Cry
man.
about it. You are getting worse.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be reimbursed.
You're getting like awkwardly like you're getting more tilted every time you get back into that.
I don't know. I just work here, man. I don't know what's going on.
Stewie Griffin back in his cup.
I just can't. I can't get back in that cup.
Every time he gets out of the cup and goes back in the cup, he gets higher and higher up.
You know what?
Just
I'm just
give him
gonna ascend here.
Just
No,
give him
just-
some cool whip.
Okay, our audio is working again. We're probably haven't even gone to difficulties. We've just been doing this.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
yes.
You haven't even started the session timer.
Hey.
The session
So
timer's been
somewhere
off for
back
like.
there, just click it. The one on the right. There you go.
Hey, now we have
Hey.
time.
Yay, we
Oh,
know we're
constructive
counting.
man.
Yay,
We can make it
I
30
was just
seconds,
going by
okay.
the old school way because I forgot to reach over there and do that.
What happened to the buttons you had?
You've got a
Were
really
we-
long stick
I
you
have to
poke it
reset them
with.
every time because they mess up a little bit. Why are we talking about this? Let's talk about the guest actor. Stop distracting me. Guest actor.
I can do what I want.
No, you can't.
Watch me.
So, what were we talking about?
What
Talking about
is
getting a
guest
blender for
actor?
Matter,
What do
if
you
he keeps
do?
that up.
I was asking, yes.
Yeah. Last we stopped was like, what exactly is your role?
Yeah, you
Right.
said you do the creatures. You do the creatures and
Yeah, creatures, some enemies. Sometimes I do the more important ones. That depends. Like yes.
is doing the creatures like puppeteering creatures? Is it like being like the actual avatars that are the creatures? Like what is being the creatures?
Well, yeah, it's actually sorry, my eyes closed there. It's actually I have most of the creatures of the show favorite in my Neos folder, and depending on situations in the show, I simply go over one, equip it. I'm mostly an invisible avatar initially, so I can just go around without the cast or the heroes seeing me, because that would ruin the experience, the immersion. So I basically just go in certain position across the map depending on the situation, and I turn into an avatar, a creature, an enemy, and I just come blasting and being like, "Hey, I exist." That's pretty much what I do. I started this like I said, like 3 weeks ago. Before that, for the longest time, over a year, I've been an iBot for most of the shows. I've been here for the longest time, yeah. Like August 28th to be precise of 2021. And that was thanks to Envrex here, who sent a notification in the Discord where I saw it and was like, "Oh, that show is in Neos, and that seems interesting." So I was asked to be invited. I think the initial phase when I came, it was free, but then after that, I paid for the actual iBot tickets, and then I think that was like 2 times. And then after that, Jason kind of allowed me to come by like whenever I wanted. So I started doing that for most of the shows I could attend until basically I grew very fluent with absolutely any possibilities or happening in the show. So now I'm pretty much well aware of everything, and I've been introduced to some additional fine details now that I'm part of the guest actors, so I can actually correctly play my role as either a creature or an enemy, the Qual. It's pretty great.
You get like the radio in your ear of killing certain people. Like, kill this guy. Kill this guy. This one right here. Kill that one.
Yeah.
It's on the ledge. Push him now. It's really gonna be funny.
If I had my voice box still running, I would have took the Qual voice just for the immersion, just to show you what it's like to speak as a Qual. But it's not currently running, so I'll just pass on that. You can just imagine. I mean, you can probably also just go to the Meta Movie Twitch channel, look at the past votes also on YouTube, and see how the Qual speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch the one from earlier today. That was madness. It was fun.
That was madness. I need to go back and rewatch it too.
So like do you like usually go back and see the things that you've been in just to like go and
Yes,
review?
absolutely. I go back to see the past shows and the shows that I've been in as a guest actor, seeing everything I did, how it turns out, and then just having a chuckle out of it because it was either chaos or amazing. Every time is always a different person, so it's always a different outcome, and you never get bored.
Yeah, like have there ever been like some of those that you just don't want to go back and see? Like have there been like embarrassing times? Like, and it's not always good. Like there's always there's ones that you've made passable. Unless it's always good, and then wow, you have good luck for.
As an iBot for over a year, I'm just an iBot. I don't do anything special. I just flash yellow, green, and red. I just hang a spin around the heroes. Nothing too serious about that. For some of the VODs, the VODs on the YouTube channel, I remember one of them. You can actually see an iBot directly on the big picture, and it's got a little heart icon on its chest. That's my iBot. That's the one I incarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I can be feeling proud of, is to be actually having a customized iBot so that people see that iBot with the heart on its chest and be like, "Oh, this one has an heart on its chest. That's cute," and everything. Yeah,
just a little special, something special just for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as great as Superfly Ninja's iBot, where they made it so that there's broken down parts and the sparks effect and everything.
Yeah, he can actually take damage and show it, yeah.
Exactly. It's very detailed and it's great.
That actually it's cool. It's taking damage, showing things falling off sparks and
they've got the damage
marks
meters.
on his, body and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So, to go back on the earlier question whether I feel embarrassed, like I said, for the most, no. When I started going as a guest actor 3 weeks ago, I didn't know completely how to operate the avatars correctly. So I was going at in the show, had some trouble as some of the creatures, like 2 of them. I found a double of one creature at some point, and I had trouble enabling the fire mode of one of the other later down the show. But otherwise, the stream went good. I'm actually glad that this one, I believe this one was not fully recorded, unless it was. Actually, I think it was recorded. It was the next one after that had technical difficulties, and the VOD was not recorded, sadly. But it happens.
Okay,
the
technical
show is a platform.
difficulties.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
All the time.
Picture is my spirit animal.
That's the joy and the risk of being in a growing platform that is evolving constantly. I mean,
oh yeah, just keep going, learning. Even like there's always learning, even with something you've been doing for a long time. You'll be doing something and then be like, oh, that's this or that, and then you learn continually. You never.
Sometimes you forget, but you catch up.
Yeah, I always forget.
It happens to the best of us.
Always. You make the same mistake about 4 times before you actually figure out that, oh, I shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
You know, I could keep making these old jokes, but I feel like they're getting, well, old.
Old jokes do get old.
That's already old. That's what they called old jokes.
I mean, I'm not. I'm probably not. Oh, nah, I'm not the oldest here. I don't know if I'm the second oldest, but I'm not the oldest.
Believe me, I'm not the youngest. I mean, maybe I am the youngest. I don't know, but I'm not the oldest. That's for sure.
I think Ken's the
probably
oldest.
The oldest. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean,
just go ahead and throw me out. It's all right. I'm
actually.
only around
Actually.
Yeah, you
got best spot date.
I've got somebody that's younger than me, so.
Yeah, I mean, when we do get to the next guys, we're gonna have the old guy go into his retirement chair. And
my feet back up and get in the rocker.
We should make it a recliner. Should put a little ottoman out there for him. You know, just lean back.
Yeah, I think
as long as you kids are quiet while my stories are on.
You know, Baxter, he's gonna
watch
need a briefer.
Yeah.
Right.
Just let us know when you're gonna need the oxygen tanks,
my age.
Especially after climbing those ladders, eh?
You know, I spend half the show just hanging on those rungs, just going, "Come on, man, climb the button, climb the button."
So slow, so heavy.
Slower over time.
It's my exercise. Yeah.
So
You're not paid enough for this.
I guess another question about performance capture, you know, for this stuff, and I've seen some people have some really crazy like place-based stuff, like where they physically look like they're in the world, like they just rotate their place base, raise it, lower it, so they get up on top of things, jump off of things. Is there anyone in Alien Rescue that has that kind of crazy movement, like where it's not like you can like they can walk from here all the way across like an area by rotating their place base and like can like walking in a circle in real life? Are there people that can do that, or?
Personally, I don't know. I don't think I've seen people do that.
I've seen people with full body tracking come in and lay around on the floor, and seen people come in and just climb over everything that there is to touch. As far as their actual play, I can't speak to how they might have things set up. You know,
it's harder in Neos to get full body tracking because of the way Neos full body tracking is.
Like who was? I'm trying to remember that guy's name. That was before our
last time.
Yeah, he had really crazy place-based stuff. We need to get him on the show. He's kind of signed himself up for it. But
find him.
We need to find him again. Yeah, wherever he is. You remember his name? It was like.
I have to look at my list.
But he was able to climb up on the desk. Like it was a pre-show. We were just kind of relaxing a little bit. He climbed up like on the desk and was like looked like he was physically climbing it, like with his legs and everything up onto the desk. And he would stand on it and he would jump and roll, and then he would be able to walk. And we learned that he was rotating his play space and like dynamically moving his play space, so he could just walk like normally, not with that weird Neo's walk, but he could like actually walk normally places.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
And,
cool.
like,
Very cool.
It's so confusing to do because you have to trick your brain into walking curved while you're correcting in-game the curve, so you look like you're walking a straight line. And it is. I've seen a lot of people do it before, and it is Yeah, it requires a lot of mental sort of preparation to be able to do it.
There's actually
Like
I'd be tripping over
full
everything in the house and
performance
walking
capture,
into
yeah,
walls. I mean,
like-
there's just
I
no
mean,
way.
you can also achieve that with what is their thing? The treadmills, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the infinite treadmills, those things that goes all ways.
You just strap it to a waist and then get on top
Those-
of it.
I
and
think
just
Those
Yeah,
things
well,
are cool,
you-
but you can't do stunts.
You
when
can't
you're
do
strapped
stunts
to that.
now.
No,
Yeah,
you
that's
need the
unfortunate.
space for that.
Yeah,
You need it for stunt. But if you just
The
want
real
to
risk
walk,
with infinite walking would be after you've been in VR for say 7 hours doing this. When you get out of VR, you try and walk in a straight line. You're going to walk in a curve.
Just switching to the left all day.
You walk down the hallway and you keep walking into the wall. It's like I can't walk in a straight line anymore.
you start just being drunk, but you're not drunk. You were just walking in VR.
yeah,
Christopher,
pretty
I
much.
promise I'm not drunk.
I'm just trying to walk. Please help me.
I'm sorry. I was trying to drive in a straight line, but I started turning left.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to need you to blow in this.
Then they look at it and it's a zero. Oh crap! You're free to go.
You only needed to get the police car. Just walk sideways.
Way to screw with a cop. Just act as drunk as you can when you get pulled over, so they make you go through everything. But then when they
Then
get
you
you to the
just have-
breathalyzer,
and then you just admit, no, I'm perfectly clean.
yeah, I just I am.
You're gonna have to start asking, sir, how many hours of VR have you played today?
18.
18, 26.
I mean, a writer.
Oh well, he doesn't count.
Did you not fire him? Okay, just checking.
Not yet. I mean,
I'm
we're
better
getting.
I'm not
It's
afraid
a-
I'm
it's-
sitting back and I'm looking
It's a
at the
Shiba,
fact
so
that
we
it's
give him some leniency.
That's
you guys
better.
ready for
Without the
question,
fact
or-
that me and Rex and Baxter all have clothing, and you guys are.
I think we have one more.
Because
What is
I
this,
haven't-
an adult show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like to be free.
I mean, he's fine as long as he doesn't stand up. That's
Yeah, see,
I stand up all the time.
Yeah, totally Pooh Bear it over there.
Yeah,
Crux
look,
is-
that's covering most of it. It's fine.
Cruxes are canonically genderless, so I am fine. I have nothing to hide.
Yes, yes, that's
Come back to a
true.
court of
Literally,
law.
What?
Your Honor, it's fine to be naked. I'm technically genderless.
I'm genderless. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing here.
There's nothing to show, is what you mean.
No, genderless has nothing to hide.
But
There's also nothing to show, but that implies that you're trying to get it out in the open.
Hmm.
Like you should show
Yeah.
it. I like the other way is covering up. You're not covering You're like back covering. I don't know. You're not just be like, "Hey guys, hi." Like,
just
unless you're a party boy, but then that's. Are you a party boy?
like a party boy.
Oh,
With that
Hey,
angle,
listen.
maybe.
I can't fix the angle. I have tried.
Oh, boy.
I can't fix
I mean,
it.
that camera
promise.
angle too. Like, it's just your crotch at this
It's-
point.
yeah.
You have been
What are you
slowly
looking at? It's like
getting up further and further.
Difficult
Wait, hold
crotch.
on.
Yeah, we just gotta adjust. All right.
There we go. Heaven forbid our producer can't move the camera up like an inch.
Yeah.
All right, we
Priority.
technical difficulty.
Not a priority. I'll
okay.
have
We
you know.
we
There
have
we go.
we have our
All right.
sensor bar. I can't grab just that. Okay, they have our sensor bar.
All right.
It's okay. We are a family show.
This modesty card.
Yes, our
Get
difficulties
a little
card.
jiggly for the next one.
We're a family show, but have you ever heard the aristocrats joke?
What
Oh,
joke?
no.
Nothing. The aristocrats joke.
Okay,
Oh,
nothing.
goodness,
We're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to leave it at nothing at this point.
Oh my god.
We are an hour and 44 in. We haven't gotten through everybody. We've had multiple technical difficulties. We have to censor Mattern. So
Just wait till you have to actually mute me. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
we are going to have to take another quick break, but we're going to get someone else on here. We're going to get the blue kangaroo over to his retirement chair, and
I'm moving.
we will have
Shrinking
even
time.
more people from Alien Rescue. So just give us a short while we lose our heads, and we will be right back.
The 700 aliens we've
All
rescued.
right.
Welcome back to Contacts Plus. We are overtime. So we are just going to go and just keep going. Let's just keep going. We have moved the Blue Kangaroo over to his retirement home. And we have even more people coming over here from Alien Rescue. And this next one is going to be a robot named Carlos. He is the one that operates all the cameras. Come here. Come here, Carlos. You're looking very shiny. Shiny.
Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to
Yay.
the channel. Glad that you guys are here and
My
hanging in there.
channel, and yes.
Yes.
Start stealing the
It is
show.
your ch-
They're still welcome. Please follow the Carlos.
Yes, channel now.
Please like and subscribe. All right. All right, welcome to Contacts Plus. I see
Thank
we've in our break we've had to do a little bit of set edit. So apologies for the length. I see we have a little bot here. So things have happened on break. And let's get right into it. Carlos, you operate the cameras, correct? And basically you're their Newt Sponge.
Well, I'm going to give you a little history. I've been working with Jason since 2018 in High Fidelity and also with Kenneth, what you guys have been calling the kangaroo over there. We did another piece that was called The Heist in High Fidelity, which is a platform that Philip Rosedale had created after Second Life. And there was a really great community inside of High Fidelity. But one day, Philip had a meeting with all of us and said, "I spend $10,000 a month on you guys, and I'm not making any money, so that's the end of High Fidelity." So we all went different ways, and Kenneth and I have refound ourselves here in Neos and Jason. And Jason found this amazing pool of people to bring together what we know as Alien Rescue right now. And I'm a VR filmmaker. I work in all platforms from Horizon to VR Chat, Engage, Mozilla Hubs, et cetera. And I'm using one of the switchers that, and I don't know, what is your switch, the guy that's switching the show? What's his name?
That's Newt. Newt Sponge. Yeah, Newt Sponge. Yes, he is our he is our producer, camera operator, and he's the guy behind the set.
Yeah, he is the magician that is got this switcher that was created by a wonderful developer by the name Sizzle. And Sizzle has given us the switcher to be able to, for anybody that wants to use it. And what I do inside of Alien Rescue is that I have to go completely invisible. I put the switcher up and put all the points of view from the different actors. And also sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, I get cameramen and they go invisible or they become the iBots. And I have to move with the entire cast throughout the entire map and make sure that my orientation is the same as the way if I have him speaking on this side, I have to follow him so he's always on this side. Because if I turn around, then the voice comes out from the other side and it doesn't match. And so my thing is to push through the entire map, try to keep up with them. And then there's parts where they separate and I have to pick who I'm going to stick with. And my cameraman stick with me to get their voices, and we go through the entire play, and it's really quite the challenge. And I would invite you to try it sometime with Jason, because it's quite it's very interesting experience. And we have been doing this already for quite a while.
It's like you're being like a sound man and the cameraman. You have to deal with the 3D audio. Like with us, we don't have to deal with 3D audio. Everyone's technically mic'd up, so like we don't have to deal with 3D audio. But you guys, I didn't even think about like the 3D audio effects, like for like where it's people are positioned, where sound effects are coming from, and stuff like that. All have to be if that's a lot of work. That's a lot of magic behind the scenes that probably people don't even realize how much work would probably go into. Like,
That's correct. Yeah. Have you been through the experience yourself?
I have not. In
Well,
fact, I never even heard of the experience until one of our guests they had recommended Jason to come on. That's kind of where the rabbit hole of all of this has started for me. I'm
I
pretty
think you would really,
new to VR.
both of you would, actually, your entire crew should go through as a group, because if you have a relationship with these other people and you go through the piece with your friends, it's just such a special thing, and the actors are so well versed and they understand the dynamics and what can happen that they will help you have a super time when you're going through it. So I'm sure Jason would accommodate you and get you guys in there, and I think yeah.
It would be a fun experience with the crew. Get the crew going in and see what chaos we can cause for other people instead of ourselves.
Excellent. There you
I'm
go.
good at chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good at chaos too. We are all good at chaos. I mean, I don't know what you're inviting like demons onto your show.
You don't know what you're signing up for.
You
Honestly. Careful.
I think it's quite all right, because we've seen just about everything, every kind of version of it. Today was very special, and I'm not going to give it away because it's a spoiler. But and somebody might have already talked about it and stuff. But I'm just saying that you can just tell the narrative the way you would like, and then the actors will adapt to that and work with you to make it a beautiful outcome, and to a very unique experience, because this is cutting edge theater, of immersive theater, and being able to be part of the show instead of just a spectator in a dark room with a bunch of other people eating popcorn and moving crackly kind of wrappers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Next
getting
to your ears.
Yeah, crackly rapper's the guy that's about 7 feet tall sitting in front of you. You can't see you look down and your feet are somehow sticking to what looks like a clean floor.
Yes.
Movie theater experience, man. That's no wonder they're dying.
Yeah. Well, and yeah.
Jeez.
So the experience is a wonderful thing. Last week when we did the show, everything got desinked. I would see the actors doing their thing, and I was in a completely different part of the map. And no matter what I did, I restarted my computer twice. I went in there like 4 different times, and I have to set up the switcher every single time. Although I do save the cube and stuff, but I've never seen that happen. And if any of you guys the cube is basically the program shots that you set up on the switcher. And so you can save it to your inventory, and then you put it back into the switcher, and it spawns all the points of view that you already set. And I'm very religious about saving every version so that so if anything goes south, then I can set it up really quickly.
Well, where'd it go?
Moved it
yeah.
through the set. Whoops.
You did, yeah. Bring it back.
We got a quick shot of Newt's butt, but that's the cube. We did.
So this little cube, I'm sure the camera can see it, and it has all the programming. When you click on it inside the inventory, it tells you the date and time of when that was created. So that helps you understand what is the latest version. And then I go and delete the old versions, so my inventory is not full of these little things. Can I destroy this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an old version.
Yeah, so it's I love doing this. Typically, the way I do shows, though, I use a program called vMix, which is OBS on steroids. Well, it can be. There's all different tiers of it, but I actually have real cameramen that are in the space with me, and I use their eyes as cameras. And then through Discord, I give them direction and get them into position, and then I switch the show. People pay me to do that, and depending on how many cameras, the more money I have to charge for it. And I've worked for a lot of big companies that have conferences and stuff, and they want to do a show with multicam, and then that stuff gets pushed out to social media like Twitch or LinkedIn or et cetera, et cetera.
Has there ever been a time on the show where things just were going so wrong and you were like panicking, like things are just going, you're like, oh god, I gotta keep this going, I gotta get like, or you always like cool, calm, collected, even in the face of technical difficulties, like continue and go.
This might sound a little bit snobbish, but I'm a trained professional.
Nah.
So the minute you hit the panic button, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So you have to keep your composure and try to troubleshoot and come up with every solution possible. Like last week, I stayed with the show all the way to the very end. Never got it to work, and I've never seen it break the way it did last week. But most of the time, everything works very well. I like to do rehearsals when I do paid shows prior to that and make sure all the tech is hooked up exactly the way it's going to happen on the day of. And I just try to cover. I do have experience working in Los Angeles in television and film. I'm a third generation photographer and shot weddings and family portraiture for many years. And then when VR started, I got into it in October 2017. And when I got hooked on it, I said, how can I make a living doing this? And this was my solution, is to do a VR filmmaker.
Yeah, you have a pretty good resume for all of this. Like you're just like a good professional with this, and like I think working in VR is just like almost like a dream job. You just get to sit around and be like, I'm home and put this on and I'm at work.
More or less.
Yeah.
I mean, I run 2 machines side by side. I've got 5 monitors, and it's taken me a long time to figure out what needs to be fixed. Windows audio is very tricky, so it took me a while. I kept running in against the wall with that. But
Windows
I finally
audio.
figured that out. Yeah, and for example, when I run Discord, I run it on my phone with earbuds in my ears, and then I have my headset over that, so that I can control the volume of Discord and what the live action, and be able to hear what's going on inside the show, and also hear my cameraman and give them direction. Typically, they don't say anything; they follow my direction, and then that's it, and go through the whole show that way.
So you say you run earbuds. Like now, I'm curious. Like I know most earbuds usually are like closed back, kind of, or they block external sound, which would block your headset sound. Do you run like an open back style earbud, like like the Beans, like the Samsung Beans, where you can they let all the stuff pass through, or what do you use? Do you have like an IEM, like actual in ears?
They're just $21 Amazon, but they're wired. Everything I have is wired. I don't trust Wi-Fi, and plus you're going to get the best. For example, I'm on Google Optic Fiber, so I have 500 up and 500 down, which usually guarantees me that I'm going to have a really. Some of my cameramen have, like for example, one of my cameramen, he did the rehearsal in the morning for a show and show in the afternoon, and then Ian came right through and came out for 15 days, and I lost that cameraman, and I had to set up. I was doing 2 different platforms, and he was in one and I was in the other one. I had to set up my wife's computer and run both shows simultaneously, which was very tricky.
Good Lord. Some juggling, yeah.
Yeah, that was really some juggling. But it's just the minute you lose your stuff, then you just go home, and it messes up your stomach too pretty bad if you let that stuff get to you. It's all cutting edge. So you just tell people this is VR. We're allowed to make mistakes.
This is VR. This is all new. This is all those stuff like it's computers and technical difficulties, and if anything's live, technical difficulties happen. We don't have time to like go and we had a problem, or this happened, that happened. Now. And then Endirect goes, no, people see it like see want to make a slight mistake, or like there are technical difficulties that we've had.
We mentioned technical difficulties 3 times. and
Why
it
did
happened.
it
Talk
happen?
about the wolf, you get
It's
the
just
wolf.
great.
It
Yeah.
was so good. Like, the
Timing.
moment we started talking about Wi-Fi and like problems,
Yeah.
the
Like,
moment
he
it went
mentioned
south.
Google and having
Yeah.
like 500 up and down, and then it just got to shit on my end. And
Yep.
like, yep.
It was
Gone.
It could have been better timing. It was so good.
Timing.
Oh,
Timing.
yeah.
Let us know when
I'll
we're
tell-
good.
Wolf, I'll tell you one story that has to do with tech. And I used to work in what's entertainment television. Before that, it was called Movie Time.
Ooh.
And this was in Hollywood on Highland and Santa Monica, where we were based at. And I worked in what's called Master Control, which basically is the channel that keeps, or is the room what keeps the show, the TV show running. So we have tapes that we stick, and back then it was tape that you stuck in players, and then you would queue them up. Then the computer would trigger them, and then it would run. And then you would be changing out tapes constantly. There were like, how many? About 12 decks, and you would load them all up. You would do play pause, and then at the queue, the computer would set it off. So what we would do, this was a room with just tons of monitors, one monitor for each. And then you had the return, which is the one that comes back from what people are able to see. Once it goes out in the satellite, it goes to United States, and then it comes back. So that's called the return. And then you have your preview and your program monitor. Preview means what's queued up for the next thing, and then the program is actually what's going out. And what we would do is go behind the racks. The racks are where you put all the machines, and peek through there, and then we would unplug the return of the return monitor, and the guy that would be running the show would look up at that and see it, and he would completely freak out. And you just run around like a madman
Shut it
trying to
down,
figure
yeah.
out
Oh, man.
what was broken and stuff. But you can't start pushing buttons because you'll screw yourself. You have to know first what's broken and then fix it. So that's where I was able to learn to keep calm and stuff, because we would pull those pranks and it would give you a run for your money as far as your nerves.
Kind of like
Same with
just
theater. If you've ever had tech
Yeah.
theater, it's the exact same scenario.
it's like training. It's training what to do in adverse situations. Like those pranks, they're funny, but like you're actually training what would happen. Like what would you do in a situation like that? It's like simulations, like pilots and simulations. They have to like, oh, what happens if you lose an engine? What happens if you do this? And
Right,
how do you
right.
stay
You
calm
gotta go
under
through
that
the
pressure?
cooker, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Imagine if you're doing something that's like life or death, and then you're in a plane and you lose an engine or something like that, and you go, fuck! Like,
Yeah, just nosedive. Let's order this baby in.
plane takes you to the scene of the crash. That's all I got at that point.
No parachutes.
The entire concept of VR being just an absolute mess anyway is something goes wrong, we go, oh no.
Anyway, to continue. All right, we have to end this. Thank you, Carlos. We're gonna have to shift the entire cast over one more, as we do have one more person to drag on here, but that is our limit. We'd fill our airplane seats, we'd fill our couch, then we can get to maybe ruining the Europeans' lives by being up to it.
It is 3 a.m. Yeah, it's 3:22 right now.
We will be right back as we get that set up. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching. At this point, if you stuck with us from the beginning, oh my god. But yes, we will be right back. Welcome back to the longest episode of Contacts Plus. We have now gone through all of the crew that is on set here with us today. But however, we do have well, my brain's already died. Look at that, it already died. My brain is off. Okay, yes, participant. We have a participant. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, by the way. Remind me to give you $5. So we have
Only five?
Come on, set
More than we get.
Packer. Welcome. I don't know why they subjected you to this, but here, go ahead, sit down on our wonderful couch.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Whoa, hey, you are.
He's folding up.
Oh no.
You're folding.
There you go.
Hold on. We can fix you.
no.
We can fix you. We can fix you live. You were good a second ago.
I don't think we had set up his seat for his avatar.
We did. Try to sit back again. Hi guys, you're seeing how we do
Decide
this.
To be like, nope.
Oh, you just love to dance. Why are you broken? Reset. Wait, reset it. Reset. Try again. Reset everything. It should just work. No, your avatar. Left shark. Why left shark?
No. There.
You have to like lean
a little
forward.
bit more.
Gonna be cursed
Yeah.
for the whole time.
Yeah, yours can be cursed. Welcome, left shark. Why left shark? Anyway,
So
you were a participant.
Yes.
Oh, this is already going
the
great.
eyes of that shark with eyes on
You-
the side like that.
Wow, I can't even see across the couch anymore. Your face is so glowing. So you were
so vibrant.
vibrant, so aggressive. Oh, I left the poser on. Everyone, your feet block everything.
It's just the
But
quality content you people tune in for. Come on.
this is the quality.
Yeah,
We-
people love seeing
Channeling
those things happen.
Golfway then.
so you're our participant. Let's say what were you participating like experience here? Let's go.
So the whole crux of what my role that I played was that there were two other people in the show, which I was told that was never a thing that they did before. That were the heroes along with me, and so we were kind of.
Oh no, internet
heroes.
again. Hold on one
There we
second.
go,
Internet, internet. Elon, please pray to Elon. Everybody, join in communal seance of Elon. We're back. The seance to Elon worked. All right, thank you, Elon Musk. Wait, thank you for. Okay, anyway, continue.
We were the main characters, the heroes. That's kind of the whole thing with that. Is we are what the story is centered around. What our actions kind of will entail what the actors do, as far as I know. And then
Yeah.
so if I'm like, oh, look at that, I want to shoot that, the actors are like, oh no, don't shoot that, and that actually happened. I was a little trigger happy, but
Did you shoot
So-
everything?
well,
That's what heroes do.
yeah,
Moves
yes,
together.
pretty much.
So anyway, I started blasting.
I started blasting.
It's Danny DeVito.
The hero sees some things, the hero shoots.
It's like, hey, it's like, hey, welcome. And then they start blasting your shark shooting people. Like, no, that was a friendly. Oh,
Was
was a
they could
friendly.
have changed. They could have changed.
Yes,
You never know, and you will never know now.
That kind of happened, actually.
Please explain
Yeah.
if you want to divulge what you shot friendlies. You committed war crimes.
Well, so there's a part where this little creature kind of rushes you in a hallway. It happens a couple times. Yeah. And I just see something running at me, and I'm not sure what it is. So I start shooting.
Just started blasting.
Yeah, and I get flack because one of the main, well, actually, like the main like kind of group that you're helping is like a animal rights kind of thing.
Animal
So-
rights activist.
Oh.
Yeah. So they don't like that.
You just started blasting animals. You know, you're like, it's a bunny, kill it.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
It's coming right for us.
It's Jimbo from South Park. It's coming right for us.
There you go.
Its eyes, it
We gotta
scares
thin out
me.
their numbers.
Shoot it.
You start pulling out more bigger weaponry every time. more
Bad,
innocent
and
the animal.
beyond. Way beyond.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. So you paid to be on to be a hero. So your experience, your whole experience, like there's things that like things that people would want to know probably if they're on the fence of paying for it. Like is there like things like what your experience highlights, things you probably maybe were surprised you, or things that you didn't expect going in, like what, like stuff like that.
So, for starters, like I said, it was a 3-person show, and I didn't know either of the 2 other people. However, I still think that, like, I haven't tried with people that I know. I might down the road, but it was still like a blast with like 2 people I've never met before. The interactions were really nice. Like it kind of felt like it flowed smoothly. I tried drugs.
Wow.
I'm not gonna elaborate
You're
further.
welcome.
What? You just admitted that on air. In the episode and in real. Like, did you just try drugs? Is that why you're left shark? Is that why you're twerking while you're in the seat?
Pretty sure they were fake.
Why you got skimmed? They give you oregano? Like what happened?
Drugs are bad, kid.
It was that. What basically happened was Mr. Kangaroo Man. It was really just like, you want to try this drug?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kid, you want to try this?
Pretty much.
Trench coat drugs.
I tried to calm the hero into helping me smuggle some of these drugs out of this lab.
Did you
basically?
smuggle it in his stomach? Like what happened? Like
It's out for the credit.
We've got a
Smuggle-
hang on, let me see if I can
smuggle via
reach mine.
bloodstream?
There we go. We've got
Gosh,
an
dang it.
inventory system, a pocket dimension.
Yeah, there we
No,
go.
I can't reach it again. There we go. Yeah, we can store crap in here. No, I can't close it. There we go. We're stuck. Okay.
Make pills for
I
that.
just have this on you at all times.
You make pills for that.
Oh no!
Oh my
Make sure to
days.
consult my physician.
So you're not gonna elaborate on the drugs? You said that they were fake.
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Kangaroo Man. The Blue Kangaroo Man gave you fake drugs. Did you take drugs before seeing the Blue Kangaroo Man?
I don't think so. It would make sense.
Well, yeah, they're
Connects the
brownies.
dot a little.
Someone give you some brownies.
Brownies are fun.
Pre-show
Just
snacks.
snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff in the green room. You had the
Don't-
good. You had the good donuts in the green room.
Don't
Mhm,
drugs,
yeah.
kids. Do school.
Don't wait. Was it kids? Don't do school. Go to drugs and wait.
Don't do kids. School. Do drug.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Fool.
Drink school.
Network.
Oh, I'm gonna blame the drugs.
Blame the drugs.
Users lose drugs.
Blame the drugs and hope
Blame the
Elon comes through.
Oh.
Did I save one of those leads? I wonder. They wouldn't do
Not
anything
pulling the
outside of
drugs
the world
out.
anyway, but
No, yeah, they wouldn't. I wouldn't have the shaders and stuff.
yeah, it's all specific to the world anyway.
That's what you think.
It's all psychological anyway, man.
Do we need a drug counter now?
I mean, we're talking about drugs a little bit, so
A little bit.
a little bit. But but we did have a shark say it. So it wasn't my fault.
It was
Yeah.
It wasn't my.
Look,
It was not my.
What are we supposed to say
We
about
blame
that?
you.
There's a shark that's sitting on a chair with other
Things.
things.
Assorted creatures.
We've got a third
An
series.
eclectic-
We've got
eclectic
kangaroo,
collection, that's for damn
we've got
sure.
a dragon man. I think that's a dragon.
Of
Eclectic.
course.
And then
Eclectic
you've
group.
got a kitsune there. You've got a robot. Then you've got a shark, and you've got a crux at the desk.
I think the crux at the desk is the one thing that's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't actually.
If you know about crux lore, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that
I
does.
guess so.
See, maybe it could be a redemption route for Baxter. You know, at the end you're like, actually, the real drugs were the ones we made along the way.
Yeah, it's a circle of creatures like in Wreck-It Ralph, where all the villains are sitting around discussing about their things. You know.
Except it's
may
a bunch
be
of
bad
people just
guy,
making
but
drugs
doesn't
in a
mean you
circle.
are
What is it? You're gonna turn Alien Rescue into
love
Breaking
it.
Bad?
Yeah.
Jesse, please, Jesse. So
I
I'm gonna
don't see
start
why I
calling
stayed
everyone
in this
bitch.
position.
Why are you blue? I'm not blue.
Just have a
Oh.
cutaway shot of the
Water.
Black Hawk ship, and there's just a pizza on the top of the ship.
I know why he's blue. He's a Metharoo.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
No, he's like, you remember Crazy Frog? Now look at him now.
Mm.
Do you feel old?
Crazy old Crazy Frog turns to Metharoo. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
I was going
What
through
have
some
we gone
stuff.
down to?
You call that some drugs? This is drugs.
It's the rabbit
Oh
hole.
boy. What more can we talk about the experience of being on? Oh,
I think I frozen. I don't know.
The
You
drugs are
dying?
kicking
You're-
in.
are you dying? Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Flashbacks.
Flashback.
I see shark pose. What is this?
Oh, he sees
He's on his own shoulder.
Oh no! Dude, I was
You
about to
live?
get
There we go.
You live?
I was
Back.
about
Yeah.
to get a
All right.
screenshot.
I made it through that.
You did?
Hooray. Congrats.
I'm sorry.
What?
This is hell. You did
this
not make it
shark's
through it. You
eyes are
died.
not on the front.
Welcome to hell.
Look at his face.
It's
How
different.
do you
It
manage
makes
that?
sense.
Yeah, but here we always have network problems.
I don't. Oh no. You weren't kidding.
Oh wait, no wait, it's the same.
It's just regular.
It's just the same. Yeah, I mean, this has just been hell the whole time.
Yeah.
We still, we dying? We good? We good? Can we talk about?
Stuff.
What?
Wow, the ADHD kicked in real hard right there, didn't it?
Walked in on that. Fell into it.
Wow.
Alien
well,
fidget spinner.
Let's just talk about stuff.
Let's talk about things. So heroes. Because as I've mentioned before, I was not knowing Alien Rescue before one of our guests said, "Hey, why don't you have Jason come on?" So I need to be educated here about a couple things. Heroes, all right? Heroes. I
Yes.
know you have guests that are iBots. What about heroes? Are they like actual in character? Like in
Yes.
characters and stuff? They
Yeah.
have their avatars. That makes me
give them a bit
imagine
of
that Left Shark
backstory.
was Left Shark as a hero in
I was
space.
thinking the same thing.
That would have been funny, but unfortunately, there are well, no, not unfortunately. Sorry, that was a little mean. Like there are these avatars you have, and they
Masked
are
avatars. Yeah, to
A
sort of
masked
let people
hero.
do. Are the self
Yeah, they have-
or create
yeah.
backstories for really? So they're
Oh, yeah.
masked so that you can sort of make something up, so you don't have to be too specific.
Imagine
your
if they had a face.
your avatars, your specific avatar then as a hero in a masquerade. So like you just have like your masks on, and you're just like, hey, I'm person with a burnt face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be anything. It's left open to what you want to kind of do with it, and I think that's part of the charm of it.
We've had one say that he covered his face because it was he was like infected by a virus and his face was all deformed and stuff.
He's infected by a virus, so why is he a hero that
I
he's
don't
spreading?
know.
He's a super
Probably
spreader.
Probably a sickness of sort.
Is he just coughing on people? It's like, I'm infected by a oh, a mask is there, so it's fine.
Doorknob we came across. It was disturbing.
It was disturbing.
The drugs were to kill the virus. That's why he was offered drugs. I mean, you get enough potency and you're good.
Sip.
just oh joy.
Yes, kids. Yes, we're talking about drugs. We've got a little bit more time. We got 10 more minutes to talk about BS or anything you want to talk about. Plug, do anything. We do have a person that was on the show, so things that you want to talk about the show, like things to help them out. Come on, I'm shooting in the dark, which is bad because then you kill your friendlies.
Yeah.
Wolf, can you run a clip on the promo that Jason has for the show?
Absolutely. Gotta show
Yeah, it's
people.
like a 2-minute trailer out there.
Promo. I don't know how we gonna do that.
We
Off
just
of YouTube.
The
we
news.
just bring the video in, we put it on the back.
Video, but if I can get it, I can.
If we were briefed on that would have been great. But you know.
But what do we do? Plan nothing and pray.
Yes, we are organic. We have no plan. We had slight communication, and then yay! In fact, he didn't even say how many people were coming. He was like, "I've got some people."
Yep.
Oh,
True.
How many? Some. Okay.
Some.
Some people.
I mean,
if we planned for this many, we probably wouldn't set up. But now.
So little did you know there could have been more people too.
Yeah,
Promo,
yeah, there could have
yeah.
been.
Is it on YouTube?
More.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta see,
We could probably pipe
Alien
it in,
Rescue
right,
trailer.
Newt? Can you pipe it from your overlays?
Yeah, would we rather have it in the world or no?
I think it would be smarter to pipe it in through the overlay, so it's not going through the world and then back out and then do that. Like it would just directly piped.
And we don't need to see it. We've seen it.
Yeah, we can just sit here and talk.
We can sit here and talk. You could probably pipe it and mix the audio too, so you can still hear us talking over that too. Yes, guys, you are hearing us coordinate on live. Congratulations! This is how we run.
I could just pop it up on YouTube on my side and just go off screen and take a look at it while it plays.
Huh?
What?
I don't know.
Basically, I'm just gonna be watching on my own computer screen while you guys are playing it on the.
And yeah, you could. I
Can
mean,
someone get me a link? I don't even have your YouTube channel.
wow, we are good.
Just go to the meta movie in YouTube.
Just search Meta Movie on YouTube.
Yeah,
We're gonna
and
spend
get
the next
most
10
recent
minutes
one.
getting a promo to get up on screen, and we are
While
going to
do
get.
that then.
Sorry.
Wolf, would you like to see the VIP avatar? Well, this is one of the colors. There's different colors for people to pick.
There's
but-
4 colors.
Yes. Let's go.
I've got
Let's show off a
inventory,
little
too, if
bit.
you want to see one of the
Here,
aliens.
here we've got Cobalt, the blue one.
Here is the
Oops,
blue
I didn't do
example.
that.
And Wolf, you can jump into it if you want to give it a test ride.
Yeah, jump into it.
Oh, what?
I was gonna shove Mugman into it.
Okay.
Here, have a
I like to
copy of
sit-
that, too.
I like to sit on my
Oh
chair.
yeah, that's what I shot like on
That's
site.
correct. That's what you shot. You shot me too.
Oh what? Oh, I
But
can
you
see
guys
why you
did-
shot it.
Hey,
You shot
Carlos,
me.
did you see
Looks
the-
friendly.
Yeah, back then, dark corridor.
Internet's dying.
I can't get in. My
Except-
disability is strong with this one.
Oh, I can't.
Except I think it was
Is it
what's
limited?
It's protected.
It's
It's
not
protected.
really.
Oh, no.
Hold on, there is a second one. Let me
I
try the
have one
second
that's not protected.
Yeah. Is this one protected?
Is this one protected?
It is
This
indeed.
one is
Yes.
also protected.
There
Okay,
we
good.
go.
Yeah, they need to be manually unlocked.
We
But
can
you
all-
see
we
what they
can all
look like
just-
at least, so
Here, have
people
this
can.
one.
Oh, there you go. There's another one.
Oh,
This one
and
should,
then-
this
You got
one
it?
should not be
Like that.
protected.
you see, what happens when you turn off your avatar, your laser, is you can't click on things.
I couldn't click on
you
it
couldn't
either.
click it. That's why.
I couldn't click it.
Wait.
That's what I got.
Oh, that's one. There.
Face the camera so the audience can see what you look like.
Let's see, let's go over. Which one do you want?
That one.
I'll go anywhere.
Look at the camera. Look at the
It's
one that's
very-
actually
The
on.
only camera.
I'm
only
sorry,
camera
I'm
that's
blind.
good to
I don't have to tell you. I
Camera,
can't.
it's the camera looking one.
It's the one, the one
with
The one that looks like
lights.
a camera.
the one with the lens.
Let's do a full 360 here, you know, show it off. I don't
You guys
know.
have the qual also?
I do.
Somebody have a qual?
I didn't want to give away too
Oh, I
much
don't
because the
have one.
VIPs
Okay,
you see at the
wait.
start.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
VIP.
yeah.
It's only the VIP. I mean, you've
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah,
iPod too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what they pick at the start, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Na-
These ones are
Natalie,
like-
grab your weapon.
Oh,
Can you
my-
Please
grab
tell
it in
me-
desktop?
I don't know if I can.
How?
What would be the keybind here if
It's
it
grab
was
it.
one?
Oh,
It's
you in
desktop.
desktop.
I
Oh.
turned on the flashlight. How did I do that?
It's
Magic.
already
touch,
on.
you touch the side of the gun, it comes on.
Yeah.
with your non-existent hand.
Hold on, I can help
See,
him. I can help him.
get to-
I can help him. Can I help him? Can I grab it off of him? Yes.
Probably, yeah.
I got a gun.
Yeah, pew,
I
pew,
have a
pew.
dev tooltip.
Pew, pew, pew.
I have gun. I have a light on. How do you
Why
turn
are
the light
holding
off?
a dev tooltip?
Touch
Get
the light
selected.
on it.
The
Oh.
light part at the front of the gun, just wave your hand through that. There you go.
Oh. Well, we have devolved. We are in a Mexican standoff. Dev tip versus gun.
Ruh-roh.
I'll show you. Hold up. Wait. Hold up.
Oh, careful with that. Why are you shooting the crux?
Don't
Be
shoot the host.
Be
Right?
careful. Those avatars can
Party
actually
foul.
die.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I actually hold a gun.
Oh,
Alrighty. Now
Why
that,
would you
really,
do that?
alright.
Well, now,
Now that that's said and done,
escalated
back here
quickly.
getting my mug and nothing ever happened.
Wow. Mugman just gonna hide in the mug.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Who did that? We are live. Who did that?
That was Mugman.
What? No, it wasn't me. I could promise. What? Look at his face. Does his face look like something that would shoot you with a sniper rifle? Something that 50 cal you out of existence here, you know? No. Just, I'll have you know, I am a perfectly innocent.
You just want. You
Everything
just
is-
want. Let's see. You just want.
No.
You just want the thing. You want the thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know it wasn't intentional. It was just a little prank between friends.
Oh no.
Have you
Oh
know?
no, it's a
Have you know?
blenderer.
We didn't set up the
just-
snapper correctly. I'm gonna
juice
tell
him,
you
aren't we?
now.
I have to
It's
get you
not good.
out of this snapper.
Oh no, you should probably
Uh-oh.
cut the street. This
Okay.
might get bloody.
You didn't set snapper. Oh, you can't grab. It's not a grabber.
Cut the cameras.
No, not yet.
Not a
There
grabber.
you go.
Come on.
Brandon,
If you're going to make
remember.
enough for everybody.
Man.
Put some mango in it. Give it some flavor.
Well, hold on.
Oh my god.
And some
People
banana.
watching must be
There
like,
we
what
go,
the heck
let's-
just happened?
That's what's in there. All right. that
That's
makes sense.
it's the blended mugman.
It's a blended
Yeah.
Mugman. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what he's been standing in. He actually rises from the ashes.
Ah,
It's like, woof, comes back up through. So did we get before that chaos happened? Did we actually get the promo ready?
No.
No, I don't think nobody sent the link.
Wow, we are on
hang
top
on, I
of
can dig
things.
it up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the link of the most recent one.
We have approximately 1 minute. And done.
Actually, let me. I was about to do that. That's what I was about to do. I was about to go on
Is it
YouTube and get the
official
link.
Trailer?
No.
the trailer from 1 year ago?
No,
or a
the
different one?
pause. Is it the
How'd you
trailer?
feel about a year or so ago? Yeah. The
offended.
meta movie Alien Rescue
Oh, I made you
trailer.
big now. I made you bigger somehow.
So,
Well,
yes
why?
or no?
I'm confused.
Hold on.
I think so.
Uh,
It's about 2 minutes long.
It's
That
about.
one.
Why is
let
that
me, let
not
me
snapping?
get it.
There we go.
Oh, wait.
Oh, hello. Now you're small.
Hello. Yay, it's
So we're
small.
just gonna play it in the world this time, because I.
You just gonna
we
play it in
can
the
grab
world?
the
We can just
URL
play it in
from
the
that,
world.
'cause I don't know other way to send it to you.
I don't know why this mug
think
doesn't
that's
have a
the right one
snapper. You're
anyway.
gonna get small, like right there. Okay.
Okay, I'll fix it. I'll
That's
do
the one
it
titled
myself.
Meta Movie Presents Alien Rescue, a live VR experience official trailer, so hopefully.
Sounds like the run, yeah.
There we go. Oh, why? No, no,
Where'd it go?
no,
With-
Bad
someone with
idea.
eyes-
no.
Someone with eyes do this.
Someone with eyes.
Someone with eyes.
I don't know where it's at in the world, so I can't do that.
Oh, someone with.
Similar, somewhat like this.
That.
Oh,
very close.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
perfect.
Sure.
Close enough.
Wait, turn off
Yeah.
3D audio. Make sure it's good. Ready? We good?
We can look up to watch it.
This will be a promo for them. Okay, let's go. We are doing it like
Make
we're
sure
13.
audio's turned on. There we go.
I see you have woken from cryostasis. Welcome to the Black Hawk, the Kelosite Research Facility. Your mission. The team is waiting. These iBots will accompany you to keep you safe. Or perhaps they'll get you killed. They are unpredictable.
Well, look who's here. How do we even know we can trust him?
I vouch for him, Baxter.
Hey, I told you, I go by Axe now. Shut up.
The Zabanager has the most toxic blood in the galaxy, and these bastards are weaponizing her. We can't let that happen. Everyone, split up. Let's see what we can find.
Please, I'm innocent. Let me go.
He's lying.
Your call.
There you go.
They really
Bravo.
nailed it.
Yay!
Bravo.
Really well put
Really,
together.
very nice. Very nice. So we
It
are.
stopped playing
We
after
have
about 4
reached.
seconds for me, so I got very confused.
We have reached our 3-hour mark. We are the longest show we've ever done. But now we have to call it a show. Thank you guys for being on our show.
Yay.
Your
Absolute
project
pleasure.
looks very good indeed. So everyone who has been watching, please go check them out. Check out Alien Rescue. Be on it. It seems like it'd be really fun. We may just take you up on the offer to have Contacts Plus crew on it. Apologies. Apologies at the start. Yeah,
Amazing.
we will ruin your show. We will ruin it.
Come
We
give me
will
your
take
all.
all of the drugs.
Yes. You see, if I am
They're
a
gonna
hero
get
character, all right, and I'm offered drugs, I am going to take more.
Would you be smuggling them?
There's
No,
plenty
I'm eating
there.
them. I'm eating
I would
the drugs.
probably give you drugs.
He's gonna
like,
bring his own.
I-
Great.
Do that.
It's a little switcheroo. You know what? No, I'm
Like,
not taking your drugs. I'm going to sell you drugs.
Both of you smuggle drugs out. I'm gonna smuggle drugs in.
Hell yeah.
I always love to play the bad character. I always like to play characters that are evil or questionable or like
for
things
it.
like that. So like,
She's
Wow.
doing just fine.
yeah, I like to bring a touch of insanity to acting.
No matter what.
Chaotic
So-
neutral for life.
So like, I've always played someone like in every game I've ever played. Like, I remember a game Black and White.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the God
got to be
Sim
the
game
hand of
that
God,
is
basically,
we need a VR version of Black and White. Just saying, we do. But I would never be a good god. Never. I would take the people and go, "Oh, worship me," and then like throw them, burn them, feed them to my creature. Like, then I would knock them down with creature poop. Yeah, I was a good, kind god. So that's what you would deal with if I was on. That would, I'd ruin everything. You would probably go, "Oh God, he shouldn't be a hero. Should be a villain."
Completely discounting the technical difficulties you would receive.
Yeah.
Wolf, can
We're
I
good
say
at that.
something before we go?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I just want to thank Jason Moore and the amazing crew that he works with, and they're so committed to the show. It's just a labor of love, and please come and check it out. It's you guys will have a lot of fun with it. It's cutting edge theater, and thank you so much. And thank you for having us on the show.
Welcome
to all your
anytime.
crew here. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the exposure and taking the time to, have us on.
Yes, anytime. Anyone who's been a guest on here is always welcome back whenever they want. So if you guys want to be like, "Hey, I want to be back on that show," or something like that, just go ahead, contact us, get on our Discord. Everyone that is watching, if you're not on our Discord, please get on our Discord. There should be a link to our Discord, and you can come interact with us, interact with previous guests. All our previous guests, we do invite them to the Discord. Not everyone gets on it, but anyone that is a previous guest is welcome on as a previous guest. Everyone can interact with you guys. Yes, we have not gotten him on our Discord yet.
We know you. We're watching.
We're watching. We know. You snuck on to 2 episodes, one through another guest. We know. Anyhow, please make sure to follow us on Twitch. We are trying to get to that 50 follower mark, so please get them. Follow us, show us off to your friends. Obviously, you guys all had fun. Our audience has had fun. Despite those technical difficulties, we're trying to get this going to something much larger. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'm definitely going to take you guys up on the offer. We'll have to work it out with Jason, get everything worked out there. And yes, this was in a great long episode. I think we need to stop before. Yes.
So remember, also go follow the Meta movie. It's
yes.
where those show takes place, and you might just see Contacts Plus crew as a crew there at some point. Don't miss out.
Yeah, you might see us pushing drugs and killing innocent creatures.
Oh my gosh. So go ahead and follow and keep an eye out.
Yes,
We'll
follow
challenge
up.
you.
Yes. Follow the meta movie and follow the Context Plus challenge. If you do it, you passed. If you don't do it, you're a nerd, and we hate you. So yeah, so please follow us. Yes, that.
Wow. Just to clarify, it's at meta_movie on Twitter. There you go.
Oh yeah, also.
All right, man. They're doing their plugs. At meta_movie on Twitter. So yes, thank you guys for being here. So you get Europeans can go to sleep. Let's call it a night. Thank you all. Play us out, Johnny.
It's gonna be midnight and now we're here.
Here's Johnny.
Glitch, can you do a picture of us on the set, please?
Yes, please.
We do get pictures of all our guests.